wonder what's going on over here. Is that better? Did that work? I think that might have worked. That's what happens.
Well, the problem is there's a bit of a delay.
I think it's back, actually. I'm looking at it right now, and who knows? Technical difficulties here every day on EC Radio and the Disruption Network. I'm a little under the weather. My girl's got like 102-degree fever right now. She's laying in bed, and I'm trying to avoid it. And yeah, there we go. Thanks, guys. Everybody, thanks for checking in. And thank you, Gabe. We can blame that one on Gabe. Gabe, just leave things alone.
I don't know why he would touch that.
I don't know. Leave things alone. Adjust it a little bit more. But anyways, yeah, I'm not feeling too well, and I feel like everybody's got the flu right now, and I'm trying to fight it as much as possible because I got to work my 900 jobs that I work today and tomorrow and the rest of the week. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know how that is.
You know how that goes, brother.
Yeah, I'm feeling, but I think it's the whiskey I drank last night. That's the.
Oh, so you kick it right out of you.
Yeah.
Isn't that the old remedy?
That's the flu cure, you know? I ain't getting it.
Just so happens, Mr. Schnitt, we have a bottle of Tullamore Dew sitting over there.
No way.
No. You know, you down? I think sometimes that's the best way to go is just get back into it, jump back on that horse.
Yep.
Yeah, I think,
Do the whiskey.
How's that?
Kills the bad germs.
It does. We like our whiskey around here. And big ups to Addie's cousin for giving us that bottle of whiskey.
At the party, at the 1-year anniversary party.
Yeah, 1-year anniversary party.
Sad I missed that.
Yeah, it was a wild one.
Yeah, it was a good time, man.
It was a wild one.
It was like an old day at the EC party.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah.
I really wanted to go. I was
it was
out of town.
cool.
It was one of those days that, like, every time you turn around, there's somebody you haven't seen in years.
Right.
And like, oh, my God, this is so cool. So,
Nice.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I can't wait till next year. We're going to have to do another party before that, but, yeah.
We're going to do multiple parties before that. And the next one actually would be our St. Patty's Day party.
Yes.
We're going to be doing one on St. Patty's Day, but details coming soon.
And the Heart Walk.
And the Heart Walk. Yep. That's before St. Patty's Day.
Oh, yeah, Heart Run's coming up, isn't it?
Usually see you out there, don't I?
Yeah, I stopped doing that, though, past
last year I
last
heard it was
couple years.
really, really, really cold.
Yeah, we didn't do
really, really, really cold.
I didn't do last year. I was in Florida for last year. But.
Yeah, our annual party now that, everybody's grown up and has kids. So
yeah, and
we don't do that,
Damon,
drunk by 10 a.m.
We would do it at Damon's house, and he sold the house.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that kind of put a kibosh on
Miller
everything,
moved, so he's not there anymore, So.
Oh, yeah, Miller's not there anymore?
No.
That was a great spot, great hub to meet everybody for the Heart Run.
It was like almost at the halfway point almost, a little bit further than halfway, but it was cool because it gave you a chance to go and hang out with some friends, drink some beers, do a couple Jello shots or whatever. And
no, it was the pudding shots.
Pudding shots.
Oh, yeah.
Who used to make the pudding
that was,
shots?
Miller's Justin, I think.
Oh, was it Justin Miller?
I believe so. I might be wrong, though.
My God, those were so good. Pudding shots, and there'd be so many different ones, like a rum chata one, and there'd be a pistachio one, and they were potent. Kahlua. Good stuff.
It was always a great pit stop,
It was the
so.
pit stop.
Yep.
That was a great tradition for a while, for sure.
Yeah, it was
the
pit stop.
Got to come to an end at some point, I suppose.
I guess.
Yeah.
Adulting sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
But we did it for a good, 8-9 years, I think.
See, we started at Silbert's house because he lives about half a mile from the school.
Mm-hmm.
So we go over there, we cook breakfast, we do the whole thing, pre-game drinking. Then we go up to the school, and then we used to stop there all the time.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you guys used to play Miller's Mills or Reuben James?
We played the 1 year, but it was too cold, and then so the next year we just decided to get a keg of beer and bring out our big speakers and play some hip-hop really loud in the street at 9 in the morning. So that's how that that's how that whole thing started.
That always turned into a long day for you, huh?
Yeah, those were some epic days, though, man. Holy cow.
That's hilarious. Give the bearded guy a few fingers worth. Yeah, see, they want to see you drink some whiskey out there.
I was like, can you be more specific on which bearded guy you're talking about?
The bearded guy.
I think you need a beard to come in here.
JP's checking in, our boy from the Bag of Donuts Network, or the Day Old Donuts Network. My apologies, but he's checking in, and he says we get our guests drunk. I think that's what happened to him when he was on the show.
Oh yeah, they got into that too.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it today, Chicken. You're gonna have to take it over today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be host. Let's see your hosting skills today.
I'm hosting this. Well, can I start playing my drops too?
All Silber's gay drops.
Yeah. He had some good ones in there. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
And it turned out to be gay.
Hey, there's our neighbor. I love that guy, by the way. Our neighbor Nick. He's upstairs. We should actually invite him in one day. He should come in now. He's in the snow. This guy's
he's
like
shoveling your
70 years
sidewalk for
old.
you.
He's 70 years old. He shovels the sidewalk all day long. He'll be out there 3-4 times in the day.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna be peeking his head in there. Is Anthony in there?
I never understood that. Like when people go out there and shovel and make everything nice as it's still snowing. I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to come out there in 10 more minutes and do it again. Like,
Yeah.
just wait till it's done.
Yeah, man.
You know.
I agree. I'm the same way. I wait for it all to fall, and then I'll go out there and shovel it.
Absolutely.
But here in upstate New York, it's never over.
It's like one person's cleaning up, so that it's almost like mowing your lawn in the suburbs. You know, like one person mows lawn, and the other person's got to mow their lawn to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
That's how it is with snow. Like, I live in this neighborhood, and like everybody be out middle of the day. It's in a blizzard, and they're out to clean their driveways. I'm like, freaking morons! You're gonna be out here all day long.
This guy's amazing, though. He's like in his 70s, and he's out there all day long doing his thing. And he's got great stories. And I told him, Nick, we got to get you on. And I was telling the story when we had the psychic on, and we had a medium on. And when he came on, he was like, something's going on upstairs that these spirits aren't liking. So I made him listen to what he said, and he's like, oh, my God, he's talking about my mother. He was freaking out. It's so weird. So his mom's still upstairs. But he's an interesting dude. We got to hang out with him sometime.
I love hearing old stories.
Me too.
Oh, speaking of which, you know Stash.
Yeah, of course.
You know, Stash comes in the bar, like, was he in his 80s? Brings like he buys a pizza and he like brings it and hands it out to everybody at the bar.
I know that
and
guy. He
Yeah.
comes. He hits the green onion a lot.
Yeah.
But by that time, I think he's hit a few bars and he's only got like 2 slices of pizza left.
Yeah, we got talking one day, and I mentioned to him that question we had about the best 315, best ball player to come out of 315.
Yeah.
You know who he said?
Who?
His son,
Oh, yeah.
Steve Babiars, who made it to the New York Knicks.
Yeah, he played with the Knicks for a minute, and he went over to Europe to play for a while too. And
Yeah.
he didn't make. In fact, it's funny you say that because I just saw a thing on Syracuse.com stating all the best basketball players from the area. A lot of them were Syracuse players, but there were a few Utica people that made that list. But their number one was they keep forgetting about Danny Shays. Danny Shays was a huge NBA player for a long time, and Dolph Shays, and they're old school basketball. But anyways, Syracuse.com, there's a whole report on it. And I was going to share it to Malcolm's.
Yeah, he said
page
that his other son is part owner of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm talking to this guy. I'm like, wow, this guy's got some great stories, man. Like,
Wow.
But the family, and I remember when his son was trying to get in the NBA because I was hanging out with a kid from my high school, which is the reason why I'm a huge Boston Celtics fan. Their whole family were Celtics fans, and they kind of introduced me to basketball when I was a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
They did a huge push on getting him scouted for the Knicks. They sent letters and tapes and everything to help him get picked up by the Knicks. And I remember as a kid, I was like 7, 8 years old, hanging out and going to the Y, and remember them doing that.
Wow.
I was like, wow, holy crap.
A lot of talent coming
Yeah.
out of this area. It was like the top 50 on Syracuse.com of all the greatest high school basketball players. There's some good ones too. Dorsey Levens, who won a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers.
Mhm.
He was an amazing basketball player, not on top of football
Oh, he was a
too.
basketball player?
Oh
too?
yeah, he was like in the top 10. He holds records at Nottingham High School or Jamesville, one of those two schools that he went to.
I still think he's probably one of the better backs to ever come out of Green Bay.
Yeah.
Because when you think of Green Bay, how many great running backs have they had?
Uh-huh.
You know,
amazing basketball player too. Amazing. There's so many great ones. You know, former guest of the show here at EC Radio, Dale Shackelford.
Yep.
He was great. He made the top 10. He went on to play in Europe, and there's so many great players too. And Andre Blythe, who was in the NBA for 13 years. And I mentioned Donald Foyle too. He was another one. Donald Foyle, that man.
Oh yeah.
He was huge, man. Do you remember him?
Literally
yeah,
huge.
That was when I was. Yeah, he was playing when I was in high school.
He was
I
like
remember him coming
7'1",
around.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was like 7 foot, right? And he was like 7 foot in high school when he was at Hamilton. He
That's
went
insane.
to Hamilton.
Yeah.
Now he's a broadcast announcer for the Golden State Warriors, right?
Oh really?
Yeah, he's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing. There was a lot of talented players, though. Check that out, Syracuse.com.
It's a good place to be a broadcast announcer these days.
We should want to throw that question out to everybody today. Who's the best high school basketball player from the area
Sure.
that you can remember?
Yeah, because
I'm saying the Donald Foyle.
there's a lot of names I've never heard of.
Josh Wright was really good,
Yeah,
too.
I knew Josh.
He was a great high school basketball player. There was so many. Yeah, and you went to New York Mills.
New York Mills.
There's
Yep.
a ton of ball players from New York Mills. In fact, that's where Scott Babiars went. Was New York Mills.
Yeah, that was a big basketball school.
They've got championships, and they've been winning sectionals and champion for years.
Yeah.
Big school on basketball. And what class is that? Like D?
Class D, yep.
Class D?
Yeah, 42 kids in my class.
42 kids? Damn.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Riskin, he went undefeated a couple years ago.
How many? Right, that was another one for Riskin. Yeah. How many kids did you graduate with, Chicken?
I think my class was about 70.
Wow.
And we were one of the bigger classes.
Yeah.
Most of the other classes around there was probably like 65, 50, 65, something like that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, small school. And, we grew up from from kindergarten all the way up. So these people 13 years, you grew up with them.
Mm-hmm.
And, with these small schools, everybody knew everybody's business.
Right, exactly.
You try being a gangster, like, nah, man, I remember when you peed in your pants in 3rd grade,
Man, that's crazy. I moved my senior year of high school out to Las Vegas, graduated at Green Valley High School in Henderson, Nevada. You know how many kids in my graduating class? Like 900.
Damn.
It was insane. The program was like pages and pages of kids' names. It was huge. It was a brand new school, too, at the time. So they were just kind of everybody in that neighborhood. It might even been more than 900. I'd have to look it up. Crazy. So you get 45 for you and 70 for you.
Yeah.
That's upstate New York. Well, Proctor graduates like maybe 600-700, right?
In fact, they brought New York Mills into Oriskany when George W. Bush came to the son came in to promote his father when he was running against Dukakis. They busted in a whole bunch of New York Mills kids into Oriskany because we didn't have enough people to fill the fill the gymnasium.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that. It was the day after Halloween too, and the place was trashed. There was like shaving cream, eggs all over the school, toilet paper everywhere. I'm like, this is great.
Really?
Yeah.
Because W was there?
No, it was the day after Halloween.
Oh, it was the day after Halloween. I got you. Gotcha. I thought maybe because W was there.
Oh, no. Well, had we known like how he would turned out, it would have been a different story.
Wow, crazy, man. It's snowing out there, man. It's not going to stop, too. Upstate New York, we're getting beat up. It's not like Stella, though. Stella was, like, the worst. Like, this was manageable. I drove down here no problem.
Well, it's a steady snow. It's, like, all day. It's not coming down super fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Stella just came down so much at once.
Yeah.
That you just couldn't keep
just
up.
Dumped it.
It just locked
the roads
everybody.
aren't too bad. You just take it slow.
Yeah.
That's
Do you have
fine.
4-wheel drive, Schnitt?
I do.
You do? And it's fun when you got 4-wheel drive.
Yeah,
right?
I love driving in the snow.
I feel like my balls get a little bit bigger when I put the 4-wheel drive on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'll put the 4-wheel drive on, and I'm putting that pedal down.
It's like I didn't snowball in my driveway until yesterday, so I had like 2 feet of snow in my driveway and a 3 or 4 foot snowbank, and putting a 4-wheel drive. Just been driving over it for the past few days.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, we're gonna get a lot more snow, so I had to go out there, blow it out, because otherwise I wouldn't be moving.
Yeah.
I'd be staying still.
He lives in the frozen tundra of Forestport.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yep. So we get hit pretty good, and I'm right on the lake, so you get everything coming right off the lake.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun though, I like putting in 4-wheel drive, and nobody else can move, but you can just haul ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to stop, though. That's the disadvantages of living in upstate New York. But if you like it, I mean, everybody's loving this right now. If you're a skier, boom. All my skiing friends are psyched right now.
Oh, yeah. Snowmobilers loving it.
Right. Snowmobiles loving it. I'm surprised Mega hasn't pulled up on a snowmobile yet, actually.
Old Forge has got to be loving this weather.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to watch him pull up on a snowmobile.
Yeah. Don't say his name. He will.
I know. I just said his name twice now. He just checked in a second ago. I seen it. Mega.
So I talked to Silbreth and Greg, and they agreed to wear a GoPro for the Barden Mudfest.
Oh, cool.
So-
All right, cool. We got that coming up
Yep.
in April. It's another event we're going to be tied up with, the Barden Mudfest. That's going to be a great time. They're both going to wear one?
They said they would. Both of them said they would. So if we have 2, they will wear it.
Okay.
We might hear a lot of profanity and wheezing, but
That's fine. We expect that. It's the D.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what happens on the D. A lot of profanity and wheezing.
But it'd be really cool to see, like, the POV version. Like have them go through all the obstacles and other people in front of them and behind them. You know what I mean? Just I think it'd be really cool to see it.
What makes me nervous, though, Silbreth with a GoPro, I'm sure it's going to be up somebody's butt crack at one point.
No, you're probably going to see his wiener at some point. But I can just see him like going to take a piss and forget he's got the GoPro on.
Right.
Oh, you said just Williams.
Just Greg. It's good because chances are, I'm sure that GoPro would be up somebody's butt.
So we'll never see Silver on the GoPro, though, because he'll always be behind Greg.
Yeah, right. That's true. That's true. But that's cool. That's going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to the Barton Mud Fest. Every year it's a barn burner. It really is. There's so much going on. There's bands and food and celebration and just a get together. Everybody gets muddy. And
last year, Tori and I pretty much walked the entire event because like you brought us out to the middle of nowhere,
and I left
you
there.
And he leaves and takes the 4x4 and he leaves,
Nice.
And we're like, what the fuck? We're like, how do we
I had to
get
work.
back?
I had to work, man. I was working. So Z and Chicken, we're hanging out with Jay Schnitt today. You think we can ever get a Reuben James reunion?
You know what? I would love to do that. Just once.
Yeah?
I think one time will be enough. But
One time?
Yeah, maybe someday.
I think so. I think it would be great, actually.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
How's my buddy Dom? He's out in Rochester, huh?
Dom's in Rochester. Yeah, as far as I haven't talked to him in a while, but I think he's doing well. He's married.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Got a great job.
Very cool. We've had some great times, man. The Reuben James and the ECU back in the day.
That was a lot of fun.
Last time you were on, did we play the commercial?
Yeah.
Right? We played the commercial with my buddy Tom Moore in it. That was good. We shot a commercial. They were doing a promotional video that Miller and Dominic put together of them playing at the EC. Was maybe a release party or something, or
it might have been.
It was something big, and actually it was effective marketing too. It worked.
Yeah, any little bit helps, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we did this commercial. We were shooting it out in front of the EC, and all these old ladies come pouring out of Rogers Coffee Shop across the street, and they're all wearing red hats. It's the Red Hat Society. Nice. And they're hanging out in front of the coffee shop, and I think it was Dom or somebody was like, we got to get them in we got to get them in the video. So they came over, and we all sat around and strummed songs and shot this commercial. It was fun. It was a lot of fun, and it turned out to be a great video. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love walking down memory lane.
Oh, absolutely.
And seeing your face, I see a lot of memories. We used to play hide and seek at the EC.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
But for you, it's all like new experiences because you don't remember shit.
Shannon, the bartender, under the pool table during the hide and seek game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. that was fun. Remember Shannon?
Oh, yeah, of course. She's tuning in right now. Maybe down the road. I don't know. You brought your guitar though. You should play some songs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get you in the middle of it. I don't want to put you on the spot now. I'm sure. Let's take a break and then we'll have you come back and
come back strong.
Yeah, come back a little strong. Yeah. Right now we're just chilling.
I gotta say, I'm really excited. Ozzy Osbourne just announced that he's gonna be playing at Lakeview Amphitheater. It's No More Tours 2.
The Prince of Darkness.
With Zakk Wylde on guitar.
Mr.
Dude.
Black Label himself.
The last time I seen Ozzy, the only time I've seen Ozzy outside of the Black Sabbath show that we went to, was for the No More Tours show back in, was it like
1995?
Was that when it was? It was like...
It was Korn. Korn played with
No, I was still in high school, so it was before 95. So it was like 92, 93-ish.
Oh, yeah.
I was like 15 years old. They played with Prong. They played with Prong up at I seen him in Albany.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I seen him up in Albany with Prong.
Yeah.
Great show. But Zakk Wylde was playing with him then. That's before he branched off on his own. And
Ozzy's still doing his thing. How old is he? 70?
Yeah, like 70.
He's got to be.
How many teleprompters is he going to use? What's the over-under on teleprompters on stage? I'm sure they're going to be spread out throughout the place.
Yeah, but do you think like he even needs them anymore?
Yes.
He's like...
Actually, he doesn't because he would just make the crowd sing the lyrics now.
Yeah, just do that or just mumble.
Yeah, but he's been doing it for so long. It's like... You see Ozzy and you're like, man, this guy's an idiot. He can't talk. You watch the Osbournes, a TV show. He just seemed like he's retarded, you know? And then he gets out there and he performs, and he's great.
He is.
He's great. I mean, he went platinum in like almost 7 years old with Black Sabbath. It's the first time they've ever gone platinum.
Wow.
You got these 70-year-old dudes playing metal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. That's how thirsty people are for good rock music. And the fact that, like...
I think they're also hungry for nostalgia factor, too. You got to factor in that. And
but the album was great.
Well, the album was great, absolutely. But it was just Black Sabbath's the nostalgic factor.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Well,
like
that's those
Godfathers
shows
of heavy metal.
They sell shows, but not albums. You know what I mean? I guess a little bit for the albums, but, like, that album was really, really good. And
well, that's the one Rick Rubin did with him, right?
And Ozzy's a you know, Ozzy's been doing this shit forever. I think it's almost like autopilot for somebody like him.
Yeah.
You know, like that's where he's in his zone.
But he forgets his songs a lot, dude. He's 70 years old. He just kind of.
Vince Neil forgets them.
Well, Vince Neil's an idiot.
He's too fat to sing them.
Right.
But when you got a guy like Ozzy still out there doing it like 7 years old, and then you know, you've seen all these other younger guys like Motley Crue's much younger, and they can't even hang anymore.
Right.
You gotta give him props, and you gotta go see it. That's a show you have to go see.
What kind of medical staff you think he's bringing on the road with him? He's got to be. Like, seriously,
sure.
I'm sure there's got to be some sort of medical staff on hand. You know,
I'm sure there's
and
gotta
local
be.
ambulances, of course, are going to be there. But I'm sure, and he probably has like 4 or 5 caterers. Like, Ozzy's probably got it made.
He's probably on that you know, Keith Richards program, you know, where they just like have him like sacrifice a virgin and like drink her blood, and like that's how they keep going.
Sold their souls for rock and roll. I know Ozzy will probably outlive all of us.
It's insane that he's still alive.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, it is.
I mean, think about it. I mean, this guy, people have him pegged as, you know, mentally retarded like 10 years ago when he was doing the Osbournes, and then he goes on and you know, sells out stadiums after that. You know,
I just think he just burned himself out so much. Like, that's a severe case of burnout and
he's
drug abuse.
And you gotta give a lot of credit to his old lady though for keeping everything together.
And he's lucky he's got her. If it wasn't for her, he'd be dead.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He'd already be dead right now.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about it.
And she's the brains behind the Ozzy operation.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like Ozfest and all that. Which
Right.
they said they are going to continue doing the Ozfest. Like, he's retiring from touring, but he's not retiring from putting out new albums and
Music and
music.
stuff.
And I tell you, Osmosis and No More Tears are right up there with some of the best Ozzy albums I've ever heard. You know, like, I love Osmosis. I think that album is amazing. But you know, like,
That's good.
you know, I go right from Blizzard, Diary, then I'd probably go to Osmosis.
See, mine's a Diary of a Madman. I love that album.
Great album. I mean, those
It's my favorite.
Blizzard's a great album too, though.
Yeah.
You
They're
know,
all good. They're all good.
I guess I fell in love with Blizzard a little quicker, like earlier in life, and then I discovered Diary. But you think of like Crazy Train, you know, I don't know, you know, like there's tons of great tunes.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Ozzy fan.
We've noticed, Chicken.
I know.
You want to take Ozzy's dick out of your mouth now?
No,
No, you
I
still
want to
wanna
keep it in there forever. I want to bite the head off. I'm pumped for this show.
No, it's going to be a fun show, and that's cool. That Lakeview's starting to announce all their concerts right now. Not all of them, but they also announced Poison and Cheap Trick. How is it that Cheap Trick is opening for Poison? How is that possible? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Poison's a bigger fan base.
Yeah, but the longevity, though, Cheap Trick. But actually, in Cheap Trick, it's probably a no-brainer for Cheap Trick. They go, they really have to, all they got to do is set up, play, and go. You know what I mean? They don't have to worry about the whole, they're the headliner type
But
of
who's
thing.
going to sell more tickets, Cheap Trick or Poison? Poison.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he had.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, Poison's, I think, had a bigger, broader audience, especially in the 80s.
Yeah, but Cheap Trick's got more hits.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They've been around forever. Want you to want me.
I
Your
mean-
daddy don't, or mama don't, whatever it is. You know, they surrender. That's the name of the song. Yeah, and then the Flame back in the '80s, and Poison had 3 hits? Every Rose and Talk Dirty to Me, and then Ain't Nothing But a Good Time.
What was the other one? Something to Believe in.
Yeah, I
Unskinny
guess.
Bop.
You call Unskinny Bop a hit?
It did well on back then. I can't stand the song. I'm not a big fan of Poison altogether, but then he came back with the Rock of Love. You know,
Well, that's not music, but that was great. That actually launched him into superstardom.
That's
when
what
he
I'm
started
saying.
Banging every hot model that there possibly is out
and that's
there.
what I'm saying. It brought him back, so the more people know who he is, so it's more sellable.
Yeah.
You know, so Poison became a bigger thing again.
Yeah, that's true. I guess there's a bigger market.
Right, he's more of a celebrity, like, because he went on his own. Bret Michaels went on his own for a while and was selling out shit.
I love Bret Michaels. I've worked with him. He's a great human being, but rooting for him to get another piece of ass is like rooting for the Patriots to win another
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, can Tommy's lead dick get any bigger?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, this guy nails anything he wants.
Right. Rock of Love was fun to watch, though. It was. But it kind of got out of hand after, like, the 3rd season or whatever. Like, the first 2 seasons were good. They should have just stopped it right after that.
Then they brought in Flavor Flav,
Right.
who's like Mega. That's who Mega reminds me. It's like a metal version of Flavor Flav.
Crazy. Were you into metal growing up at all, Schnitt?
No,
wasn't
never
your
got into
thing?
that, no.
Who was your artist growing up? Who were you
I
listening
listened to, I don't know, like when I was really young, I was listening to a lot of my dad's records.
Yeah.
A lot of prog rock.
Oh yeah, like Genesis
Yeah.
and
Genesis, ELP, King Crimson.
Yes,
Gentle Giant, all those. So I still love all that stuff. But I was listening to a lot of different stuff. Later on I got into the, kind of the folk stuff.
Was it that one band you got obsessed with?
I don't know. There wasn't. How's that for some radio silence?
Oh, it's all right. You kidding me?
I don't know. I'm thinking a little slow today, but there's not anybody I could really think of that, like, I mean, obviously Dylan is a huge, first hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
But you weren't like
Highway 61.
You weren't like a fanboy for a certain artist growing up?
Not that I could remember, no. Nothing in particular. I was really big into jazz, Miles Davis, Coltrane, all that stuff. I listened to a lot of that stuff because I played the trumpet. And so I thought I was going to be a horn player for a while, but...
Were you in jazz band in high school?
Yeah,
and stuff for it?
I did that. That was my thing.
You play a lot of instruments, though.
I play them. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't mean I know how to play them, but I play them.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Chicken, this guy's got like 14 albums, right?
18. I don't. In between 15 and 20.
The dude will write an
there.
album and then he'll forget about it.
Solo, right? Because you're not. Did you do anything with like Reuben James or?
Reuben James put out 2. I think we put out 2 full length and then 1 EP. Or was it 3? 2 or 3 albums Reuben James put out.
And were you guys were a band before Reuben James too, right?
They were Miller's Mills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then when I joined the band, we changed over and.
You're the
doing
Reuben.
Yeah.
Now, where did you get the name Reuben James?
It came from it was an old ship, U.S. ship that got shot down. And there's an old song, an old folk song, traditional American folk song called the Good Reuben James. Like Woody Guthrie played it. It's one of those tunes.
Yeah.
And so we got the name from that.
It was like the logo, too, of the headless president.
Yeah, the Nixon.
The headless Nixon.
That was a good logo.
That was a very good logo. Did you do another one with the Archipelagos?
The Archipelagos actually never put out an album.
No?
Unfortunately. And hopefully I'll get to record those songs. I still want to use those songs for a record. And I loved that band. I thought we were doing some really cool stuff.
Yeah, you were.
So I'm gonna try to put something together soon.
You and Miller always had great chemistry, man.
Yeah.
There's something about you two together. You had there was a comfort zone with you two up there.
Yeah, it's always great to. We've been recently playing a little bit more together. He doesn't play much these days,
Right.
but
He's busy.
he's come and sat in with me for small set or something if I'm doing a show, and that's playing some of the old stuff. It's been so that's been fun.
Yeah.
So hopefully he continues to do that. But I'm gonna put together a new band soon. We've been talking about it with some members of the Archipelagos, Matt Wagner and
cool.
Brian Primo, and I got a possible drummer, but we'll see how that goes. And probably along the lines of Archipelagos, kind of doing some of that weird.
It wasn't weird. It was very like alternative. I liked what you guys were doing.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Stuff. Yeah, it was very cool.
Doing some different time signatures and getting. I guess that's kind of the prog rock in me coming out.
Good.
But
you gotta keep within your heart, man.
Yeah,
right? Keep within your influences.
And it's nice to get after playing the acoustic, by myself on stage for. So
how long you been doing that?
I've been doing that forever. 15 years.
15 years, yeah.
Landed you in a movie.
What's that?
Landed you in a movie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm in that movie. I'm on IMDb. You can find me.
Yeah.
Wait, what movie?
What's it called?
Falling.
Really?
They filmed it in town.
I was an extra, and he was in there playing. I had to sit at the Green Onion at a bar, pretend I was drinking, and while he was playing.
Yeah. In the credits, it says Jay Schnitt as himself. Pretty killer.
What's the movie
played myself
about?
in a movie.
What's the movie?
I don't know. It's kind of like a ghost movie, love story type of thing.
The guy that played Stryker on the X-Men.
Yep, he stars in it.
He stars in it. I forgot his name. And then
something.
And he's been in something else too recently.
He was in Mad Max.
Yes, that too. And then also, I think he was in the Logan movie too. He might have been in that.
I think he was, yeah.
But then Paul Sorvino came to town for that movie too.
Paul Sorvino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Paulie from Sopranos.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was in town for. I guess he was in that movie
Yeah,
too.
he was in the movie. One of the girls from Orange Is the New Black was in it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's a good movie. I don't know if it's officially like released yet. I think they've been doing post-production on it for a while.
Oh, really?
And
That's
I
like
think
2
they
years
were.
ago,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
And I think they've been entering it into some festivals and stuff.
Really?
So hopefully
I
we'll
thought they
see it
came-
out soon.
I thought they're coming out with a sequel. Actually, I thought I read that too.
Yeah, they might be.
I can't view this movie anywhere.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know,
I'll have to go search.
but
I was
I don't think it's up on any sites yet. I think they're mainly shopping a festival. The last time I saw the producer go, and he was saying they got it into some festivals, and that wasn't that long ago. So
They said that they wanted a hockey rink. They wanted to film in a hockey rink, so I guess they used the Whitestown Rec Center. But they said as soon as they landed, it was during the whole craze of the Comets when they were going to the finals.
Ah, so it was
So they landed like, holy shit, in like 2 seconds we realized this is a Comets town. Like everything was Comets. But I think the one of the girls that was working on the movie is Barry Sinnett's sister.
Oh,
this
Emily.
This
Yeah.
is Emily's project? Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's all coming back to me now.
Yes, and
I
she's
got
the one
you.
who
Yeah.
told them to come to Utica.
yeah, her husband was the producer writer.
Is that
or
okay?
one
Her
of them,
husband.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
they're
they're
doing
fantastic.
some cool things, huh?
Yeah, they're great, and they're living out. Where the heck are they living? I don't remember. Lithuania? Nah, somewhere on the other side of the world
Uh-huh.
Really?
where
Oh,
they
wow.
can make movies and stuff. It's a good movie town, I suppose.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, they're fantastic. It's always great to see them
Very, very cool.
when they're in town.
It's cool. I guess what they got, for a budget, they looked and see how much it was going to cost, and they came to Utica, and she's like, we could do it way cheaper, and they did. Like, it was so much cheaper to come to Utica, and
That's
which
awesome.
would be
And
awesome.
that's
I would
cool.
love to see more movies come out here.
Mhm.
And,
And she didn't forget where she came from.
no,
Right.
I
that's
love
great.
that. I think they keep coming back every so often, too.
Yeah, they're back
Awesome.
every few months. I see them.
That's super cool.
It is.
Yeah. And
We
I
need
played
to-
myself in a movie.
How hard was that?
I had one line.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was the line?
It was thank you. And then I walked off stage. I nailed it on the first take.
Did you
Nice.
really?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
It's your calling.
Did you practice?
Yeah, I was outside pacing,
Where-
I can't remember.
Thank
Rehearsing
you,
my
good
line.
night. I love you all. You slip in your Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
I would love to see this movie now. And where was it filmed? All throughout Utica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my scene was at the Green Onion.
Okay.
There's some pub scenes, but yeah, they filmed it all over Utica.
Like I said, Whitestown Rec Center, and then there was a few other. I want to say like the roasting company they went to,
And did they?
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
something like that. They did a few
Yeah.
other locations. I forget where at too. There's a few other ones, but I can't remember exactly where.
Huh. Falling, the name of it is. Excellent. We need to have more movies produced in Utica
Absolutely.
because the
Yeah.
architecture in this town is incredible.
Oh yeah, it's great, and there's so many empty, incredible buildings that could be used for whatever you want them to.
Well, they filmed
a
The
little
Good Son
imagination.
with Robert De Niro. They filmed that up in Inlet.
Oh yeah.
They did a little bit, which you think about that too.
Yeah.
And there's so much like woods and
Yeah.
nature.
They just did that movie in what was it, Little Falls, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
John
that's right.
Krasinski.
Yeah. Yeah. We need more movies in the area. It's cool. I mean, people are starting to look in this direction. I think.
Yeah.
I feel like it is.
I mean, you're seeing more.
We need to
come, so-
open our arms and welcome it in more. You know what I mean?
Even
Like,
in Syracuse, they were producing a few
Yeah.
movies
Yep.
out of there too. And there was like one of those actors who was producing. He had like a warehouse.
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, did that ever happen?
I don't know what happened. I think he withdrew out of that.
Oh, did he?
I think something happened with that. I'm not 100% sure,
Hmm.
but I don't think that's active right now.
There's so many talented videographers out in the area too. I'm sure. Like AO. AO's out there producing a movie every day. I feel like.
Well, you got. SU.
And SU, yeah.
like-
AO, SU. Now we sound like an RG.
Right?
No, but and then Matisowski's another one. Like he's out there. He's an amazing video
he's a
photographer.
great
like all that.
photographer.
And we can't forget about Todd,
I
of
was just gonna
course.
say our boy
We
Todd.
can't forget about Todd. And there's more. Alex Moore out there, Yellow House Media. He's another one out there doing it. He's got a new movie coming out, 27 Matches. That's coming out pretty soon. There's more, too. There's just a lot of people out there doing the video thing. It's great.
And, you know, nowadays you got the internet and things like that. You don't have to be in New York City. You know what I mean? Like, or L.A. or any of these places. You know what I mean? Like, you could do it pretty much anywhere as long as you got the means, you know?
Yeah. And the benefit of being in Utica, you know, it's the cost of living here is, you know, so cheap.
Yeah.
So you're able to pursue these things and invest maybe a little extra money and, you know.
There was a thing going on with one of the psych centers or the prisons up there up by Marcy that was up for sale. And I'm like, what a great thing for a movie studio. You know what I mean? Go in there, you can set up your sets and everything right there in the studio. Mm-hmm. You don't have to worry about people seeing you, you know, leaking everything out. I think it would be perfect. You know, you go in there, you buy the prison, you got everything you need. You want prison stuff, you want whatever. You can build your own sets there.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like a gymnasium and an auditorium in it, and, you know, even a backyard and the lot, and there's different scenes you can make. So. Absolutely. Yeah. There's an empty prison around here, right? What's the empty one around here?
I think it was up in Marcy.
Marcy?
I think that was when I seen that was for sale. Marcy I think it was Marcy that was for sale. It was a few years ago, so I don't know what the deal is with it now, but I was like, man, this would be a perfect, you know, lot for movies, you know?
Yeah, it would, man. I'm out of it today, chicken.
Yeah, you are.
I am out of it today.
You drinking a yerba mate?
I am. I do got my yerba mate. But what do you feel? You feel like playing a couple songs for us?
Yeah, I can do.
Maybe we'll take a break and we'll come back and have Jay play a few songs for us. And
sure.
Yeah. You still gigging around town? You doing a lot of gigs? You got any gigs you want to plug before we?
Yeah. You know, I've been playing out of town a lot, mostly.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, Rochester and Syracuse coming up. I was just out in Vermont. But this Saturday I'll be at the Tram opening for we got Dan Byrne coming to town, which is really special. He's huge in the kind of singer-songwriter world.
Yeah.
He's done a lot. I've been listening to him for, 10 years. Huge influence on my music, so it's cool to get him to Utica. I opened up for him a few months back in Buffalo, and I was able to meet him, and so that's been super cool. So that's at the Tram on Saturday, limited seating. It's going to be a private event. Tickets are for sale. They're $20 before the show. So
cool.
Yeah, but it might sell out soon.
By the way, you knocked it out of the park at the Tramversary.
Oh, thank you.
Staley. How was it playing on that stage?
It was cool. I mean, it went by so quickly. It was hard to really take it in. But
yeah,
so just like any other thing, you just went out and played a tune, get the hell off stage.
Yeah.
Can
you play that tune?
Yeah.
I like that song a lot. It's a good jam, Schnitt.
Do I have any other gigs? I know I have other stuff coming up, but yeah, I think it's mostly out of town. But you can check out the website or my Facebook, and that's where I post all the gigs and stuff. But it's tough, this town's not easy for what I do.
No, it isn't. It's a small market.
Type of stuff I do is, it's a lot of rejection.
It's all good, bro, and you keep doing it, though.
Yeah, keep doing it.
Hey,
I think what's worse
along.
than the rejection is indifference,
Right. There's a lot of that going on in this town.
But, being all original and just, I don't have any gimmicks. It's just me and a guitar and a harmonica,
Well, this is why we give you this platform. You
can
this
play
is great. Over
here,
here, man. You don't have to be out in a club doing it. This is why we brought the EC to the podcasting world, and showcase all the great talent in our area and beyond.
Still got UC and good music.
UC and good music, absolutely, man. Well, we're missing Jägermeister, but I don't need any of that right now. You guys hang out. It's EC Radio. We're going to be right back with Jay Schnitt.
Thank you for calling the EC Radio Attitude Adjustment Line. Press 1 if you need a good slap in the mouth. Press 2 if you need a stern verbal lashing. Press 3 if you need a timeout. Press 4 to respond to the voices in your head. Press 5 if you need to talk to your mom. And if this is an actual emergency, please hang up and call someone who gives a shit.
You know what the hell you're listening to?
It's EC Radio.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. You know, just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725. In the Mohawk Valley, for the best real estate service, you gotta have faith. Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 or www.centralnyhomes.com.
Never you mind what I'm making. You should spend some time taking a personal inventory of what you're doing for the betterment of society.
EC Radio might not be suitable if you suffer from the following symptoms: daddy issues, irritable bowel syndrome, hypothermia, enlarged prostate, victim of a lost testicle, resting bitch face, slut shaming, a millennial suffering from social disorders, 80-year-old woman with osteoporosis, condescending listening face, arachnophobia, elephantitis, involuntary Tourette's, cocaine cold sore, sperm retention, Bell's palsy, high level of douchiness, unbalanced equilibrium, tinnitus, earwax buildup, and acidic vaginal discharge. Thanks, everybody.
YOLO, infidels, that's right. It's Hacker Hameen.
This is Al Schneer from the band Mo.
Hey, this is Corey Glover from Living Color.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
Live on EC Radio with the Z-Man. So take the pizza out of your fat moron mouth. Sit back and listen before I give you a $5 face slap. You'll never forget, infidels. YOLO.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you'll support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
We're back, baby. How you doing? Z, Chicken, Jay Schnitt. We're here live on EC Radio. Like our new Facebook page, we got EC Radio on Facebook. We also have our new Disruption Network Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram, and you can follow us on the all-new website, disruptionnetwork.net, as well as you can find all of us on Google Play and iTunes.
And we should tell people to, we no longer have the phone app, so you might want to delete that.
Oh, right. Yes, that would be a good idea to mention that, huh?
Yeah, because we are coming out with a new app soon. It's not out yet, so if you try going on to the Disruption Network's phone app, you're not going to get Disruption Networks.
Right.
So a friend just brought that to my attention. I've totally forgot about that.
Me too. I keep forgetting about it.
So, yeah, you could probably delete that, and then we will be coming out with a new app very soon.
Yes, very soon.
So
I got to give some love and respect out to my boy Peter Barone, too, who's been helping us out with the website. Our website right now is a little bit of work in progress. We got to add some more stuff on there, but Pete really turned it over really quick for us. So it's really cool to have my lifelong friends help me out on this journey, and it's comforting to know I got support from old school friends, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Pete, I love you so much, man, and thanks for all that you're doing for us here around the D and everything you've done for me throughout my life, man. The kid's always taking good care of me, so much love and respect to my boy Pete Barone. And CNY Creative Concepts is the name of his company, and also
he gets a bell.
Ellinger's House of Vacuum Cleaners too. He also does that too. So if you need a vacuum cleaner over there in Yorkville, by the old Captain Trips used to be over there, and Holland Farms and Hall of Frames is also over there in that way. Our boy Tommy Napoli. So if you need a vacuum cleaner, go check out Ellinger's House of Vacuums. Jay Schnitt is hanging with us today, buddy. I'm glad you came. Thanks for braving the snow, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's great to be here.
If people can see what it is like outside, because we do have a lot of people that listen to us from out of state, and they're like, haha, we're all warm, and you're not. But it's all good. You're going to play a couple songs for us, right?
Yeah, I'll do a few couple, two.
Bail me out today, as I'm under the weather. So what's the name of this one?
Let's see. Let's do... This is off that Sammy nominated record, the political thing.
Awesome.
This is called I Made a Deal with the Devil, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. But that's the parenthesis. It's also called The True Story of How I Became a Folk Singer. The official title is Justin Bieber, Donald Trump, and Me.
Interesting.
Hopefully it makes sense when you hear the song. Is that coming through? Is that good?
Yeah.
In this great big world, everyone's looking for answers, looking for a handout, maybe second chances. Work your fingers to the bone. Got bills to pay, nothing to show. All that school learning got you a student loans. There ain't no way up and no way out. Just trying to be a good, productive member of society. You might as well be a low-down, cutthroat criminal. Rob that banker, cheat the casino. Yeah, it ain't no better, it ain't no less than all them bigwig, hot shot, rich and famous. Some people call it talent, some people call it luck. Well, me, I know well enough. You can't make a deal with God if you want to get what you want. You gotta head down to the crossroads and get in trouble, and then you make a deal with the devil. We've all got Bieber fever, James Dean Trump's on that TV, Rush on the radio, billionaire CEO, politician, banker. It don't matter when or where, they've all got a secret. How you think they got there? Some people call it talent, some people call it luck. Well, me, I know well enough. You can't make a deal with God if you want to get what you want. You gotta head down to the crossroads and get in trouble, and then you make a deal with the devil. So I grabbed my things, I grabbed my guitar, yeah, I grabbed a pickaxe arms, went to the corner, gave it a shot, and I met with the devil. But all I got was this lousy Iron Maiden t-shirt. He taught me 3 chords. I said, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? He said, tough shit, son. It's all you're getting. You might as well become a folk singer. Now you know some people call it talent, some people call it luck. Well, me, now I know better, yeah, and I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna play these 3 chords loud and clear, Lord. I went straight home and I learned this song. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord? By and by, there's a better home awaiting, unless you made a deal with the devil like Justin Bieber, Donald Trump, and me.
Nice, buddy.
That's awesome.
Thanks, man.
That was a great one. Now, how many songs on this new record?
Well, that one, there's only 8. It's actually the fewest tunes I've ever put on a record. But
Yeah.
The one I just put out, I will have the on Saturday, but it is up on the website for download, and it'll be up on Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff in a couple weeks. It takes a few weeks for them to.
And give everybody
get
the
that
address
there.
of the website.
Oh, www.jschnitt.com.
Spell that, please.
JSCHNITT.
Yes.
It's an N.
We'll spell
not
N.
an M.
N.
People get that
Schnitt.
confused. 2 T's.
2 T's. Tit.
2 T's.
You want to play a couple more for us?
Sure. I'll do one off the new one.
You're saving me today.
All right.
You are absolutely saving me today.
I
need some more third for you.
I think I need pistachio cake.
Jay Schnitt, everybody.
This is off the new record's called The Crooked Line of Birds. We got away from the politics a little bit on this one. It's a little more personal. That's not quite right, but whatever. It's close enough for folk music. This is entertaining for all you listeners out there. All right, good enough. It's not quite right, but this is a song called Kings of Evolution. Crooked line of birds beneath a bleached unbroken sky, before they finally heard a voice reaching out across the wire. Just like kings of evolution, shivered once then flew away like a mystic train. It took a lot of time to get that way, but then gone in just a moment. And you might blame it on the favors of the Lord, and you might blame it on the phases of the moon, and you might call on faith or call on unbroken truths. You'll never know for sure. So good night, Ohio, and good night, my sweet little one. I recall the night you left, retrace my steps to the open door. It took a lot of time to fall in love, but then gone in just a moment. And you might blame it on the favors of the Lord, and you might blame it on the phases of the moon, and you might call on faith or call on unbroken truths. You'll never know for sure. Sometimes I wave my arms just to remind myself I'll never fly. Doesn't matter what you find, it only matters that you look. And I'm sick of falling down, so I relinquish our crown of evolution to that crooked line of birds. You might blame it on the favors of the Lord, and you might blame it on the phases of the moon, and you might call on faith or call on unbroken truths. You'll never know for sure. Thanks, man. So that's on the new album there. I should say that the records aren't just me and a guitar. There's other stuff going on.
And you playing every instrument?
Yeah, I play everything except the drums. Ben Salzman, incredible drummer, helps me out with that.
Where do you do your recording?
I do my recording up next door to Pizza Classic. Bev's, that store.
You're still over there?
I'm on the third floor. I make all my stuff up there. It's fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
For
still
a while,
out
you're
there.
at Pizza Classic.
Yeah, I was up there, but now I got he kicked everybody out of there, but he was, Tom's a great guy. And
Yeah, absolutely.
He,
Big ups to Tom Torsa.
He had this space next door, and so I have a whole 3rd floor in this old building, and it's awesome, so.
You were up there for years, though.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. It was fun when we were all up there at once. There was like 6 or 7 different bands all at once.
It was fun, but annoying as hell when you're trying to record a record, man.
Well, it was annoying when you had the death metal kids locked up in the far corner.
They would play for like 45 seconds, and then they'd stop, and you'd be like, all right, I guess they're done.
And then
you'd record for about 10 minutes, and then for like 5 seconds. It's like, at least play a full song, man. You're driving me nuts.
It's funny because we were at the Animal Jam when was it, back in October, Animal Jam, and one of the kids is like, hey, man, do you remember we were the kids that were buried in the back corner at Pizza Classic? And I'm like, oh, my God, that was you guys. You guys used to drive me crazy. But it's cool. They're all grown up now.
Oh, all right.
Not the high school death metal.
They still doing
kids.
death metal?
Well, then now they're the college death metal band. So. At 28 years old.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jay Schnitt's with us. Continue on, brother. Let's play some more music.
All right,
You're saving me today. You're saving my voice today.
We'll do that Dylan Went Electric Talking Blues tune that people seem to dig these days. How's it go? That's a question. There's a lot of words in this one, and I gotta remember how it is. Let's try that intro again. Way back in the summer of '65, Bob Dylan got bored and maybe a little tired of picking and strumming on stage all alone. He put a band together, just wanted to play a little rock and roll. He still wanted to say stuff. He just wanted to say it a little louder. Yeah, and that right there was when the end got started. The fans started booing, they didn't like it louder, and the whole wide world started to lose their minds. Even Pete Seeger picked up an axe and tried to put an end to the whole goddamn thing. You know, we would have been better off if he had. Dylan went electric in 1965, and the world went insane. Now we're all gonna die. Something, I don't know the reason why. It's all 'cause Dylan went electric in 1965. And the band didn't stop, they took the show on tour. They kept getting louder, used more and more electricity to drive their amps to get where they were going. They used all of the gas, well, most of it, some enough, and put us over the edge. You know, oil don't grow on trees, man. That's why there's war in the Middle East. They got so loud they heard it in Washington. They said, where's all that noise coming from? A racket like I never heard before. What's making all them kids so sore? Somebody better call the cops. Send in the National Guard, shut them all up, remind them what it means to be American, and then crate them up, maybe ship them all off to Vietnam. Don't even bother opening the crates. Finally, we got some peace and quiet. 'Cause Dylan went electric in 1965, and the world went insane. Now we're all gonna die. And every single war we've ever had to fight, it's all 'cause Dylan went electric in 1965. Now, unfortunately, one night in Wichita, Dylan's amp developed a peculiar flaw, trans-molecular transmodification, which in turn produced a lethal amplification. And by the time they got to like a Rolling Stone, they'd blown a hole straight through the ozone. Now, that's some real science shit. True facts. Read a book. Yeah, and the thump of the bass, it created a reaction chain, pushed some air on down to 5th and Main, where it created a kind of sonic whirlpool. Started growing, get bigger, then soon the whole dang thing got out of hand. Started gaining power all across the land, yeah, it sucked up all that CO2, and then by subterranean homesick blues, the whole thing finally gave out and blew, sending chemicals and gases into the air, eventually destroying our atmosphere. Global warming, climate change, scientists keep saying it's you and me. You gotta go back to the source, man. Thanks a lot, Dylan. Dylan went electric in 1965, and the world went insane. Now we're all gonna die. Hurricanes, floods, melting of the polar ice. It's all 'cause Dylan went electric in 1965. This is my favorite verse. When Donald Trump was a kid, he got invited to a show, but he said he was busy, he declined to go. Said he had better things to do, get peed on, sniff some glue. But when he heard he had missed such an epic event, he felt left out and had to put in his own 2 cents. He said, Bob Dylan, so overrated, sad. Yeah, but from that point on, an idea started forming. The one gear that worked in his head started turning. He just couldn't shake it out of his head. 51 years later, finally stood up and said if they let Dylan get away with that, and all I've been doing is talking shit. Seems like folk here ain't too choosy. Think I can go out and grab some residential votes. Seems like they'll let you get away with anything round here if you do it loud enough. Dylan inspiration. And Dylan went electric in 1965, and the world went insane. Now we're all gonna die. Now we've a whiny man, baby, as our president 45, all 'cause Dylan went electric in 1965. All right, there's one more verse. So if you've been wondering where things went wrong, I think it's safe to say it all leads back to that time Dylan picked up a Stratocaster for the first time. Unintended consequences of speaking your mind. But we made pie chart spreadsheets, double-checked the facts, performed interviews, and it all leads back to the Newport Folk Festival 1965. We got a man in a snowmobile outfit here. I didn't even mention ExxonMobil and around Citizens United, Huckabee Sanders, skinny jeans. David Bowie died, Tom Petty died, Prince died. Dylan's still alive. Coincidence? I don't think so. So if you want to blame someone for the state we're in, I say we might as well blame Bob Dylan. It's alright, he can take it. And anyway, it's easier than blaming ourselves. And Dylan went electric in 1965, and the world went insane. Now we're all gonna die. Taking responsibility, ah yeah right, I'll just blame Dylan going electric in 1965. Dylan went electric in 1965.
Dude, that's a lot of words to remember.
Oh.
Wow. How did you do it?
I don't know. I've sung it enough now where it's just... But I've been changing them up a little bit. It's been fun to switch up the words on that guy.
Well, when you got a guy with a snowmobile suit just come walking in.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, yeah, that kind of threw you off a little bit.
That's all right.
I really hope
That's
that
fine.
was Mega. Otherwise, I'm going to be really freaked out.
Dylan, so who wrote that? Is that a Bob Dylan song?
No, that's my song.
Oh, that's your song. Okay. 'Cause I love the...
Yeah, it's on the last record there. Or
It's
not, the
very
one before that.
Dylan-like.
Yeah, I mean, it's about Dylan, so I felt like it'd be appropriate to kind of do it in a...
It's got the Arlo
talking blues.
Guthrie feel to it as
Yeah,
well.
a lot of guys did that kind of style.
Right.
So, and I'd never done one of those before.
Now that's
Talking
on the
blues.
last record too?
That's on the How to Be Happy About the End of the World, the political album there.
Uh-huh.
That's not on the most recent one.
Okay. What do you got? What else you got for us?
Oh man, you're just ripping through, man.
It is
How's
Mega.
going?
Oh, man.
How are you? I don't think so. I don't know. We might have met once or twice before. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we're kind of cruising through the whole thing over here. You're saving me today, Schnitt, because I am totally like not feeling it today.
that's all right.
Under the weather and shh, relax, pal. Christ, I'm in no mood for him today.
You did say his name 3 times.
I did. I know it's my own fault. I did say it. I did say your name. Hi,
He's the only one getting around the city nicely.
I know.
I came by to see if you needed a ride, T-Bart.
Yeah, remember last time you tried to give me a ride, he dogged me on that. Anyways, let's play another one. You're saving me today, Schnitt.
All right, man. What am I gonna play here?
White Sheets.
White Sheets.
I love that
Want
song.
me to do White Sheets?
That's
I'll
my
do White
favorite
Sheets.
Jay Schnitt,
All right.
Ryan Miller song. Or is that just the Jay Schnitt song?
That's a Jay Schnitt song.
Okay. Okay, that's my favorite Jay Schnitt song.
Let's see here. I watch these fingers trace a telltale curve of an old embrace, losing my nerve upon her milky face, forgetting the words and trying to erase the moment he came on the white sheets. The white sheets will never look the same, and the shadows you cast on the wall are starting to turn the best of what's to come, and the taste of her mouth, all cigarettes and rum, the tangled parade our silhouettes become as they're marching upon her white sheets. Her white sheets will never look the same. The shadows you cast on the wall, etched in echoes, burnt in bedclothes, thrown over stains on her white sheets. Her white sheets you wrap round a frame of bodies and bones and beds on fire, entwined in a pose of picturesque desire, and motion of legs growing bold and strange until the moment he came on your white sheets. Your white sheets will never look the same, and the shadows you cast on the wall, etched in echoes, burnt in bedclothes, thrown over stains on her white sheets. Her white sheets will never look the same. I watched her fingertips tracing the curves all around her hips, retracing the movements of my own two lips, retracing the steps in my milky mind as I'm buried alive in her white sheets. Her white sheets will never look the same, and the shadows you cast on the wall, etched in echoes, burnt in bedclothes, thrown over stains on her white sheets. Her white sheets.
What's that song about?
Oh, that's about a girl cheating on me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's her name? Let's call her out.
Oh,
Come
no,
on,
I'm not going to do that.
Come on.
No, that's all right.
Otherwise, the song would have been named after her.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah,
name is-
you know what? I usually do that. I just put the name right in there, you know.
Her name is Kelly Whitesheets.
She's indigenous, huh?
Yeah.
She's from the
Yeah,
reservation.
so,
Is she from the reservation? Kelly Whitesheet. Yeah, man.
Nice.
So let's plug your gigs again. Upcoming gigs you got.
All right. I got the Tram on Saturday
Mhm.
with Dan Byrne, who's, like I was saying, a legendary songwriter. And he's done a ton of stuff. He's also an author. He wrote a lot of the. Remember that movie Walk Hard? John
Yes.
C. Reilly. He wrote all the music for that movie, and he's put out a ton of albums. But you know, he'll be the main show I'm opening up. What else I got? I'm out of town mostly coming up. Syracuse and Rochester and a bunch of other stuff. If anybody wants to book me, hit me up. Because, you know, I do play. I get down on myself. You know, I play a lot more than most people do, but it's still, you know.
I feel like you're playing a lot.
I get frustrated. You know, I'm not playing as much as I'd like. But like I said, it's tough doing what I do, you know, this singer-songwriter gig.
Living in Utica, though, makes it more efficient because you can travel. Because it's centrally located,
I'm centrally located. It's cheap to live here. I got my studio. I can make as many records as I want, you know, for nothing. And it's definitely conducive to my writing and stuff like that. So
I think you just brought up a good point about that too, though. A lot of people are like, oh, Utica, you know, like, but you are in travel distance to like Rochester, Buffalo, New York City,
even the
Albany.
city, even Boston, and you know, you can head up north to Canada.
You can hit Philly in 5 hours, New Jersey, like it's really centrally located.
Yeah, so that's nice. Nothing's too far, really, you know.
Right.
And so it's nice to get out there, you know. I've been trying to play a lot more. I've been trying to get more opening gigs for bigger artists and stuff like that, and that's been pretty successful. And also kind of playing these, you know, listening rooms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my stuff, it's not always most conducive to, you know, sitting in the corner. You know, I'll do it for the paycheck, you know, but sitting in the corner of the bar because, you know, I'm not playing stuff people know. And a lot of times that's what they want, which is understandable. But, you know, if anybody wants to support some, you know, original music,
independent,
you know, indie original, I'm trying to do it. So,
what type of gigs do you generally play though? Like, is it bar gigs or is it?
It's some bar
dinner?
gigs. It's some, you know, coffee houses type things. I've been doing a lot of kind of like these listening kind of rooms, you know, house concerts, kind of small.
Songwriter circle.
Yeah, songwriter circles. You know, you can kind of tell stories. People are there to see a show and listen to your words and your music. And I just played one up in Saranac Lake last weekend. It was great. You know, about 50 people there. I got standing ovation. It was something I really needed. You know, sold
Good
a bunch
for
of
you,
records.
Man.
You know, because I've been discouraged. It's, you know, this job gets discouraging a lot of the time. You know, and but it's things like that that kind of keep you going.
Is this your only gig?
What's that?
Is this your only gig? Do you have another job?
I work part-time doing some other things, a bunch of other things.
But yeah, you'd rather be doing music, though.
Yeah, so, you know, this is about half my income.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I also need it to eat.
We got to eat.
So, you know.
We got a few people checking in.
So buy my records and stuff like that if you want to. Or you can listen to them for free on the website, you know, stream them. And if you like it, you know, throw me, I think it's like a minimum $4 or $5 to buy the record, and then if you want to pay more, you can pay more.
Oh, that's cool.
You know?
That's cool. It's cheap.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Who's checking in?
We got Robbie Danger. Says, you guys rock. Not going to let a little snow cancel the show.
Robbie, thank you, man. I'm glad to see you're feeling better, man.
Our boy Fritz checking in says, cheers.
Hey, Fritz.
And then Alex Alsheimer checking in says, fucking mega.
Alex.
And then Mike Brockway says, nice.
I went to high school with Alex.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Because you're on camera.
Duh. Man.
Mega just downloaded the app after we told him to delete it.
Yeah.
You can delete the app.
Delete it now. You can delete the app now. After I just made you download it, now you can delete it. We'll be having a new Disruption Network app really soon.
Thanks.
Yes, we will.
Really, really soon we'll have a new app.
It's under works. But, yeah, I just want to give a shout-out to some of the guys checking in, man.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Love and respect all around. Thank you for
Alex has got to come back on one of these days.
Whenever Alex is ready, man, tell Alex too. And Robbie too. If you're out there listening too, Robbie, hit us up, man. You could come on.
And Robbie, it's good to see you doing well, brother.
Yes. Hit us up. Jay, you want to play another song?
Sure. You know, I'll do it. I'm going to do an older song.
He's like, are you guys paying me for this?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, listen, I just got through my broke musician spiel.
We'll throw him a tip jar.
I can't get this thing over my head. There we go.
The tip
you know what?
counts.
I should have probably took these off.
Don't worry, it's not like you're on
it's
camera.
It's a confusing Wednesday for me. Holy cow.
Tell you and me both, brother.
What's happening? Now I can't get this.
You and me both.
Oh, there you go.
I'm all screwed up over here.
It's almost like a butt end of a joke.
It looks like
How
Darth
many
Vader
musicians
now.
does it take to set up a microphone or a harmonica stand?
Where'd I put my pick? There it is. Yeah, it's an older tune, but
he's going all in, dude. The harmonica now. Look at this.
Yeah, this is a song called. I'll tell the story about the song. Right? I've been enjoying telling the stories.
This is like storytellers.
I love it. I love this type of stuff, man.
I do too.
I like to know about the meats and potatoes of the song.
Yeah.
You know, like where it came from.
I never used to do that. You know, and on stage and stuff, I would just play the songs. I don't know, the talking part of it I was never comfortable with, but I'm getting I've been having a lot of fun with it lately.
Cool.
It's been fun.
I think for what you do too, like when you go to a rock concert, you don't want to hear the guy sitting there talking and telling the whole life story about what's going on. But when you go see like somebody like yourself, like doing more of the folk style type stuff, you kind of want to know a little bit where the song came from.
Yeah, where it came from. You know, I don't want to inform the listener as to what they think the song is about. You know, necessarily. You know, that's kind of up for. You know, I'd like to at least, for the most part, leave that up for interpretation. You know, sometimes there's a point to the song that needs to be driven home. But
what comes first, usually, lyrics or melody?
They're usually kind of working both hand in hand.
Uh-huh.
It's every song's different. Sometimes it's all the words just kind of come out, in 10 minutes, and then you're kind of putting music to them. Sometimes it's the other way around. Some songs take a year to write. Some songs take a half an hour. And I find the most important thing is just kind of waiting to let the song tell you. You don't want to force the song to be what it doesn't want to be.
When you write, do you sit down and be like, all right, I'm gonna write, and like actually go off in the room and just sit and write, or is it one of those things like something just hits you automatically and you just got to hurry up and jot it down?
It's a kind of a combination of both. As a songwriter, you're never not writing. There's always, like I've got probably a good 40, 50 songs that I'm working on, at any given time. So those are all kind of swimming in your head and waiting for, whatever it is that's going to tell you what the song needs to be about, And then, a line might pop in your head and, you realize that goes with this song. And then as you proceed with it, at some point you kind of come to this realization like, oh, now I know what this song's about. And it's a fun way to do, because you're learning things about yourself as you go along. You're learning things about the world as you're writing. And, you're learning things about other people. And kind of these moments of, epiphany happen and stuff like that, these surprising things, and it's my favorite thing. My favorite thing to do is write. I could never play another show again, and I would be happy writing if I could. If other people wanted to play my songs, I would be happy just writing.
Yeah.
But,
you don't think you'd get the bug to play?
I probably would. I mean, that might be a false thing, but you know,
blood.
I'd still want to make records at least.
Hell yeah,
for sure.
Because you got about 40 under your belt.
Yeah, I got, and then there's 5 in the works right now that are
5
halfway done. Yeah, 5. All
5
different
albums?
stuff. I got a weird electronic album I've been working on.
Dude, he don't stop.
I didn't know if he's like 5 songs. No, 5 albums.
No albums.
Yeah, they're all about in various stages of completion. But one I'm gonna do something I've never done before is a completely
hip hop.
Completely. I've actually have recorded a couple rap songs just for the fun of it. I'm gonna do a completely just acoustic guitar and my voice. I'm just gonna record it all in one night. Just some, is this really intimate album, kind of based on this album Pink Moon by Nick Drake.
Cool.
Which is one of my favorite albums, and so it's something I've never done before. Just really strip it down because I'm always adding all sorts of stuff and textures to the stuff. So I'm excited about that one. I got kind of an electronic-y type of thing that I'm working on, and an instrumental, more composed music. A lot of strings and stuff like that. Something I'm working on. So I don't know what will be done this year, but hopefully at least a couple of them.
Knowing you, probably all of them.
Yeah. So.
Do it up, brother.
I'll do this one. This is called. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell where this song came from. This is called. So years ago, when I first start playing, you're driving around and playing for 2, 3, 4 people. I still play for 2, 3, 4 people. Hasn't changed much, but some you're playing for tips sometimes or something. And at one show, I think I was in Boston. I was like, huge thing for me. I haven't really played out of the area a whole lot before then, and I was like, man, I got a show in Boston. I'm a big deal, But there was like I said, 3 or 4 people at this little coffee shop. It was nothing. I made maybe $30, and some guy came in and he gave me this little figurine. It was a dude in a white robe and long hair and a beard and a suction cup on the bottom. So I stuck the he's a little Jesus guy, and I stuck him on my dashboard. I don't know why he gave him to me. I must have looked pretty worse for the wear or something. He was blessing me or something.
You need Jesus, boy.
Yeah, he didn't really explain. So, anyways, so I stuck him on my dashboard, and he would kind of keep me company on those late night drives,
Uh-huh.
And so I got to where I was staying one night after a long drive, and I wrote this song called "Conversation with a Dashboard Jesus." And after that, I had this crappy car that would break down all the time, and after I finally trashed it, I took the Jesus off and gave it to another guy playing in a coffee shop to 2 or 3 people, and hopefully it's still out there on the road. I like to think it's a dream of mine. It's been passed down from songwriter to songwriter.
That's cool.
So here we go. Gotta get this up.
highway, the fault lines, power lines and high-strung. Arms out on the manifold, just waiting for the Lord to come. If I heard you right, you said we're gonna be fine. Just keep it on the right side of this road tonight. We're 25 minutes till you lay my head down. We're just a stretch to the motel. I don't really care about a thing at all tonight. Just wanna take you home, girl. I don't give a damn, I wish the world would end tonight. And let those angels take me home. The Father, the Son, and Holy Ghost radio sounds like rapture, tribulation, and the throne. If I heard you right, you said you're taking me home. Just keep it on the right side of this lonely road. We're 25 minutes till you lay my head down. We're just a stretch to the motel. I don't really care about a thing at all tonight. Just wanna take you home, girl. I don't give a damn, I wish the world would end tonight. And let those angels take me home. Oh, so let it out, let it out, and lie to me, just lie to me. I wanna hear you singing, let it out, just let it out, yeah. Lie to me, just lie to me, oh well. 25 minutes till you lay my head down. We're just a stretch to the motel. I don't really care about a thing at all tonight. Just wanna take you home, girl. I don't give a damn, I wish the world would end tonight. Just let those angels take me home. Oh.
Jay Schnitt, everybody. Jay Schnitt, nice job, man.
Thanks.
Let me tell you something, man. It's watching you grow as an artist has been amazing. Like seeing you where you've come from 15 years ago to where you are now. They're two different Jay Schnitts.
Yeah.
And you're a monster now.
Gabe Orem says, sounds good, Jay.
Yeah, man. You sound great.
Matt Klausner says, he always liked that one.
Matt.
Yeah. And then Cooney said, see you in the fucking playoffs.
That's a little inside joke because he sees Alex on there, too.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, my God. I'll tell this story. You went to high school with Alex, you said, right?
Yeah.
Alex Alsheimer, our boy. Bartender over at O'Donnell's still, right?
Yes.
Is he still
Yes,
over
he
at
is.
O'Donnell's?
Yes,
So
he is.
we were on a dart team. We played darts for years together through the EC. And one night, we all used to drive as a team. If we had an away game, we'd all drive as a team. And we'd go, and everybody hop in the back of the car, and we all go. Anyways, one time, we're sitting at this red light, and the car pulls right up next to us. And Alex, I'm sitting here, and Alex is sitting to my left. And he sees somebody he thought was somebody, whoever, and he just starts going, hey! Hey! And he's got his darts in his hand, right? And he's flashing them, and he's pushed me over to the side like, hey! Hey, I'll see you in the fucking playoffs, asshole. And he starts just yelling, I'm see you in the fucking playoffs, asshole. And we're like, who are you talking to? He goes, those guys, they're in the league. No, they're not. He goes, I thought those guys, and these people that are right next to us had no idea what was going on. No idea what was going on. And Alex just yelling, I'll see you in the fucking playoffs, asshole.
That's great.
Oh, it was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. Alex, a lot of good times on that dart team, for sure. No, but Jay, back to your career and stuff like that. Like, you've become like this. You're a well-oiled machine now. Lyrically, musically, melody-wise, like the whole package. You're more comfortable on the mic as well.
Up. Yes.
Well, you're more comfortable on the mic. You're talking more.
Sure.
You know, get more crowd participation, interaction, and stuff like that, man. Keep it going, man.
Yeah, that was a great tune, man. That was
thanks.
Everything you've played was a great tune today, man.
Thank you.
And you getting nominated for a Sammy, that's not a fluke, dude.
No.
You deserve it.
Thanks.
You deserve that nomination. If not, bring home the trophy.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, we'll see. See what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. Don't get your hopes up. I was nominated.
Yeah,
We all got our hopes up. But,
yeah,
you know, you just can't.
Go to the. They probably already know who's winning it. So.
Go to the the Sammys and have a great time because it is a great event, and a lot of good friends of mine are getting inducted, and I want to give big ups to Stacy Waterman for she's got.
Oh, is she up?
She's getting inducted into the Syracuse Music Hall of Fame, as well as Mary Jo, who was at our anniversary party too. Mary Jo and my old friend from the Dog, or is it the River now? I forgot the name of the Rebel. I'm sorry, the Rebel rock station out there. Dave Frasina.
Oh, okay.
Old friend of mine, Dave Frasina, old radio guy. He's been doing radio for 40 plus years. Yeah. He's got a local show that he's been doing for like 30, 40 years.
I got it. I'm terrible at promotion, man, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I gotta.
If
anybody wants to manage a songwriter, hit me up.
Got somebody checking in from London. My friend Erica Williams. She's checking in, saying, "Sounds great. Hope to hear you when she's home."
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. But big congratulations out to all my friends getting nominated and inducted into the Syracuse Music Hall of Fame. It's
the Sammys are a pretty big deal. I like what they do with that.
Jay, you're gonna have a great time. Get dressed up. Go have fun. You're gonna run into people you haven't seen in years. And
have a few more records for next year. They can
totally
nominate.
It's important to submit your music to them, I think.
Yeah, I had never thought about doing it before. I don't know why.
You just decided, hey, let's throw it in there.
Yeah,
throw it in the fire.
See what happens.
Yeah,
you know.
And look what happened.
So I'll into this Crooked Line of Birds next year, and hopefully I'll have a few more to enter.
Then you get that death
get
metal
one in every
category.
That's my goal.
Are you gonna do a death metal album?
You know what? I might as well.
You might as well. You tried everything else. Mind. You tried it all. But the Sammys are a great event. You're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Go have a blast. And Elephant Mountain, I gotta give big love and respect out to my boy Joe Altier. Elephant Mountain, they're performing at the Sammys this year. Great band, rock and roll. Joe's the man. Anything that Joe does musically is incredible.
I love that. Like what we were saying about the Sammys, like showcasing area talent.
Yeah,
and they put on a big ado. You know, like it's an event.
It's fancy.
You know,
we got all dressed up, and Mandry wore a purple like Willy Wonka type of suit. We got all decked out. We had a lot of fun though. Look at Mecca driving on this snowmobile down the streets of Utica right now. Oh my God, the guy's so shot. Now he's gonna listen. This is what's gonna happen because we didn't pay no attention to him. Yeah, right. We didn't pay no attention to him. So he's gonna go home. He's gonna text me. What the hell? What? I get no love. Sorry, pal. Love the guy, but the world doesn't revolve around you, pal. Anyways, so Jay Schnitt in the house with us right now. Yes, and congratulations on that Sammy nomination. How many other people are up for that nomination?
I think there's 4 others.
Yeah.
There's quite a few in this category. And I was hoping to get a folklore, yeah, a folk nomination, but the I don't know, the category existed last year, and somehow it doesn't exist this year.
So what category are you in now?
Singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter, okay.
Cool.
Which is still a great category.
But yeah, whatever. You know, I'm happy. It's cool.
Just being recognized, man.
Yeah, it's nice to,
And that's how we felt too when we got nominated.
It's just like
we got nominated for best hip hop album, which really isn't my wheelhouse, but it is kind of. You know, it was a hip hop album, of course, right? And just to be recognized was special, and it meant a lot. And just for all that hard work and all the money we spent and put into that album, just that nomination alone was worth it.
Yeah, you need stuff like that just to, keep you going.
Mm-hmm.
And I do this because mostly because I need, I need to
feed your soul.
But you do need to, and you need to hear those words from your listeners. That, what you're doing is worth it. So. That's what keeps you going.
Yeah, and you do it because you love it. It's in your soul, Schnitt.
Yeah,
How long you been playing the guitar?
Let's see. What year is it? So I've been playing about 18 years. I started playing guitar pretty late. It wasn't until after I graduated high school.
Oh, yeah?
And then I put my first record out 6 months later.
Wow.
And it's a terrible, terrible album. Yeah. I don't even own it. I don't sell it. does not exist. If you can find it.
Are there any songs on there that are decent that like you would like to redo over?
No.
No, you just want to trash the whole thing?
Just, yeah, that's
Was that a solo album or was that with a band?
It was a solo album. I did have a bass player play on it. My buddy Eric.
And you just like
that was
trash
years
it?
ago.
You're
Yeah,
like-
I mean, you know, it was for a first record,
Right.
it was a big deal for me at the time, but a couple years later after I had done a few more and started to figure this whole songwriting thing out, and what could be done with it, I was like, what the heck was that? I can't believe I put that.
But it's kind of cool that like to have it there so you can go back and compare it to and know where
Yeah.
you want to fix things up.
Yeah, like I said, I think my first good 3 or 4 records I put out, I don't even own copies of. I don't sell them. So
or remember any
they're
of the
out
songs,
print.
huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's none
Are
of
there
that
any
happening.
other songs that you like to go over and redo? Like the song is decent, but I like to do it a little different. Or
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of those. There's whole records I've put out where I've thought about just redoing the whole thing and re-releasing it. But it's hard to find the time to do that, because I got all this new material I'd like to work on. So, sometimes you just got to let it be. That's what it is. That's what it was. That's what it's going to sound like, for eternity.
I like to see you get back in a band, too, though.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Like I said, we've been talking, and I've been really busy with a lot of gigs lately and stuff. But, soon we're going to... And I'd like to get together. So I'm going to put in that kind of electric band together with Matt Wagner, Brian Primo, and possibly Corey Colmy on drums.
Ooh.
I don't want to jinx it by saying it, but that dude can play. He's a little too good for us, but...
Not necessarily,
We've
no.
been talking.
Corey's an amazing drummer, but you guys are all good, too.
Yeah, they're Matt and Primo are both great players. So do a little, some of that. But I'd like to get like kind of a small kind of acoustic-y thing. People that can back me up doing this kind of singer-songwriter stuff. Just, once in a while for some gigs, maybe an upright bass,
Some
violin.
strings,
Any
yeah.
violin players out there? I would love a violin player. Preferably a pretty girl violin player. But
cello?
Yeah, cello. That would be cool.
Preferably a
but yeah,
pretty
find
girl
me
cellist.
any violin players out there. Or a French horn player, too. I've always wanted to have a French horn.
Wow.
French horn.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's very specific.
I want some. My dream person would be like a violin / French horn player that can do both.
Oh, that'd be
so
cool.
if you're out there, get a hold of me.
Rainbow.
Rainbow doesn't play French horn.
If you give him one, he will.
Oh, yeah. I know how to do that.
He doesn't know how to play anything, but he tries.
He does try. You've had your fair share of encounters with Rainbow throughout the years.
Yeah, I remember him from way back at VBLPs. That's where I first met him.
Yeah, at Virgo
yeah,
Bats, right?
when he had his pet gerbil there for a little while.
Thank you,
remember that
Schnitt.
guy?
Thank you.
He
I
kept
told
him
the
around
story.
In a bucket, he froze to death.
What?
No, he said
Was
the
it a gerbil or a hamster?
It was a hamster. I'm so glad you're talking about this right now.
It sang. It was a singing hamster.
Well, I made it like he would pet its back and it went. I've told this story a few times and people don't believe me, but thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember.
You're
yeah,
verifying this
I'm
for me.
Verifying it. Yeah, 100%.
So what happened to it?
Well, he said Rainbow told me that his landlord killed it because he thought it was a rat running around, and I'm like, "Come on, Rainbow, you ate it." No, I would never eat that.
I heard that
Do you remember?
I heard that the hamster froze to death or something. That like he left it. I don't know. Who knows?
Rainbow told me his landlord killed it, and he found it in like a mouse trap.
He didn't Richard Gere it, did he?
But this is what he did. He left the hamster running around the house.
That does not surprise me. It makes total sense, actually.
So this
just
loose.
Yeah, so maybe that.
Just loose. Do you remember the name of this hamster?
I don't. I've always wanted to remember. I know it was some crazy.
No, it's easy. Rainbow Bright. That was the name of the freaking hamster.
That's wonderful.
Rainbow Bright.
So, chicken, this hamster was no ordinary hamster. Rainbow would keep it like in his front pocket and shit.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
He would keep this hamster in his front pocket, and he would go up to like the Devereaux for open mic night, and he'd wheel up his shopping cart full of instruments, and he'd pull it right up to the thing, and he had like this broken down toilet seat, and he'd bang on that and beat up guitars. You know how all his instruments, right? Well, he had a whole shopping cart of these busted up instruments. Well, this one particular night, he whips out this freaking hamster. He goes, "I'd like to bring out a guest star right now." And This is when I lost it. I like Rainbow made me lose my shit. He whips out a freaking hamster. When you pet the back of the hamster, it went bah, bah, bah. So he'd put the hamster up to the microphone and he'd pet it and it'd be like bah, bah, and he'd go bah, 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 whatever the freak Rainbow did. And it went back and forth. They made beautiful music together.
Yeah.
And Rainbow said that was his musical soulmate. Was
The
that
hamster.
fucking hamster? Yeah. That's a true story. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
Thank you for verifying for this.
Well, it is Rainbow, so.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise you, right?
No.
He would have this hamster running around his living room and his house and stuff like that.
I can picture that though. Like it does make
it
sense.
makes total sense when you know Rainbow.
Like he needs like a mouse or something as a pet. Yeah, like you totally can see that.
Yeah. You should just get a dog or something.
What's a dog gonna do? Like sit out there while he plays his gigs?
Well, yeah, he could probably do a duet with like a Cocker Spaniel or something. I think that would work out pretty well. My other favorite Rainbow story is he was one time he was sitting at the EC and all of a sudden he was detuning his guitar and was like, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, making it sound psychedelic. Like, oh my God. Hilarious. Funny stuff, though. Rainbow's a character.
Rainbow Bright.
I'm so good, Rainbow Bright. I'm so glad, Jay, you brought that hamster up.
I'm glad you
people
remembered the name because that was driving me nuts for years.
Because people do not believe me when I tell that story. They do not believe me. And that's a true story. I literally pissed myself at the Devereaux one night watching him. I could not get up. I was laughing so hard with him doing this duet with a hamster.
Did you see there's a woman out there
genius.
now that's she plays too. She's like all up on Rainbow's gigs now. Like,
Oh, yeah?
She's always out there for Saranac Thursday. She's playing right on the street.
Oh, that crusty old woman?
Yeah.
She don't count.
But she's like trying to get all up on Rainbow's flavor.
She's borderline a prostitute.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Who the hell would buy that?
You'd be surprised.
Ugh. No, you know what? I've seen some of these crackdowns on the prostitutes, and man, I don't understand. You couldn't pay me to fuck one of these girls.
Right.
They're disgusting.
But then you see also those guys that get popped up on in the park there.
Yeah.
All those creepy perverts that get popped at the park.
Blowing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they should all get together and like convene and
Go get a freaking hotel room or I don't know.
Go to the
like-
Colonial.
Yeah.
The Motel of Mirrors. Where's Rainbow living these days? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
I went to his house one time. He lived on Waverly. I picked him up from Modown. And he came downstairs with a garbage bag full of shit.
Like literally?
Like a garbage bag full of just like clothes, and like he didn't have like a knapsack or a duffel bag or anything. So he threw everything in a garbage bag. What are you doing? This is my clothes. Can you come back upstairs and help me with the cooler? I was like, yeah, all right. I went upstairs, and there's like newspapers everywhere. There's like it looked like the house was condemned. It really did. And it went into his room, and he's got like a little futon mattress and just pillows and blankets and clothes and shit everywhere. He lives like a freaking fraternity house.
I'm just the fact that he has a house.
Right.
I'm amazed.
Yeah. Schnitt, you feel like playing one more and we'll get out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more. Let's see, what am I gonna
You want to do one more for us?
I'm gonna play one I don't play very often.
All right.
How's that?
Yeah, I would
See
love
if
that.
I remember it.
Jay Schnitt, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Schnitt.
I'm gonna take the phones off for this. Actually, I don't need those on. They're just messing me up. How's this go? You guys don't know how it goes. I don't know why I'm asking you.
1, 2, 3,
There
4.
we go. See if I can pull this off. You know what? I don't want to play that song. It's not pull it. I can't pull it off. It's not sounding right to me. I'm gonna just drop it.
Hey man,
if you want to hear, it's called Bellflower.
I was gonna say you could have played anything. We'd have been like, oh, all right, that's
Yeah,
a record
that's
called
fine.
War Tubas.
You could have played the same
It's a good
chords
song,
over and
I
over and
promise.
over.
I should just have done that. Let's find a G harmonica. I'll do one off the new record.
I love it. He's just like, screw it. I want to try something else. Wow.
This is the sound of the.
What are you digging for now?
I'm looking for a G harmonica.
Oh.
That's not
How many
right,
different
though.
harmonicas you got in there?
Well, you gotta have one for each key, you know.
Okay.
Otherwise, it doesn't sound so good.
So you got like 8 of them?
There we go.
All right.
I just want to hear him play a song on harmonica.
What are you, John Popper now?
All right, this is a tune called Tiger Teeth.
Tiger Teeth, right here on EC Radio. Jay Schnitt, everybody, as he's trying to get adjusted with his harmonica.
New album called The Crooked Line of Birds. Not quite in tune, but I don't care at this point. I gotta at least fix that bottom.
Yeah.
That was too out of tune for the people. All right, good enough, I guess. Whatever. Leave here, my love, right now. Don't wait around to steal what my lion lungs no longer can reveal. For these claws that clench you can no longer hold you close. I'm washed away like the day the wild river overflowed. Just go, child, just like the wren or the crow flies, just like that St. Lawrence flows into the darkest night skies. For my tiger teeth grow far too dull for me to feel your flesh between my teeth. Don't cry, don't weep, don't fear. Just go, child, just like the wren or the crow flies, just like that St. Lawrence flows into the darkest night skies. Within all temperaments of beasts, my instincts swell, and long to taste the feasts of wild familiar tales. So go, child, just like the wren or the crow flies, just like that St. Lawrence flows, like, just like the wren or the crow flies, just like that St. Lawrence flows into the darkest night skies, into the darkest night skies.
Nice, buddy.
Thanks. My harmonica thing kept falling down. I gotta screw that.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be
you know,
EC Radio without technical difficulties, though. That's what happens around here, bro. We rubbed off on you. That's what happened.
We started off the show with technical difficulties.
It's not your fault. It's our fault. You know, it's if something goes wrong, its chances are it's because of us. We have that energy. We rubbed it on you. That was great, man. Thanks for being a brave soul and braving this weather and coming down to hang out and play some tunes for us, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. One more time, plug your shows that you got going on this Saturday night.
I got Saturday at the Tram with Dan Byrne. You definitely don't want to miss it. Tickets are going quickly. They're almost, I don't know how many are left, but there's probably not a whole lot.
It's limited space.
Limited space, yeah. We're only selling it was 40 or 50 max is
oh wow,
is what we're doing. So
it's not very many.
No, I got my calendar out now. Let's take a look. What's today? Z's
Wednesday.
show is the 7th. I got that in my calendar.
Yeah.
So I'll be on Z's show at Disruption Radio. Like about an hour ago, we start.
Yes, we did.
And
I was there.
Let's see, Dan Byrne, The Good Life. I don't know where that is, but I'm playing there.
I don't know where it is either.
Let's see. I'll be at Gerber's on the 15th.
Okay.
Gerber's is I've been having a lot of fun playing.
That's a
there
cool
lately.
place.
It is.
Yeah. Then I'm out of town quite a bit for the next couple weeks. Rochester, blah blah blah.
That's cool. Plug it.
Sammy's doing a So Far show, which is a great. They do all these incredible kind of intimate shows in these kind of weird venues. But I have not been told where they are doing it. But that is the 17th. So Far Rochester. That's gonna be great. What else do I got? Funkin' Waffles on the 9th.
Great.
March 5th, Copper City, Good Nature Brewing. I don't know. Just
You're
check
busy,
out
man.
the
It sounds like you got some dates, man.
Yeah, not as many as I'd like. So pay places to,
You got a website?
I do. www.jschnitt.com.
Spell it.
JSCHNITT. 2 T's, 1 N.
Yeah. Some people are going to put JAY. So you never
yeah,
know.
a lot of people do the DT at the end, or an M is common, But, yeah. But there's
Schnitt.
only Schnitt. If you find me on Facebook, I'm the only one there, Jason Schnitt.
And you got like Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah,
all that
Instagram.
stuff.
Twitter, I don't really deal with that. It's
No.
too much, man. I can only handle so much. I got the website and the Facebook and the Instagram.
Craig said. Craig Blask says that Good Life is on Good Life Patrick Tavern, 69 Main Street, Camden, New York.
There you go.
All right, there we go. Thanks. Thanks, Craig.
That's awesome.
Know your gigs. Well, at least you got Craig. He's got your back.
Yeah.
Thanks, Craig.
Came through.
He definitely came through. Good looks, Craig. Good looks.
And Prosper says, "Attaboy, Jay."
Yay,
Yeah,
Prosper
Poker the
Nooch. The Prosper Nooch.
Yeah. I knocked him out in poker last night. We played.
Did you?
Yeah.
I felt like
Hope
he
he's
should have
listening to
got
that.
it. He dogged us last time he was supposed to come on the show.
Oh, yeah?
I think something came up, though. But
Yeah.
I want to get Nooch hang out. We've got a lot of great history together, him and I.
Yeah.
Love that dude.
Yeah, I've known him for years.
I just felt like he should have been in a band.
Yeah, he could have been a good front man,
Right. Yeah, I think so, too.
He's got that certain, whatever.
Yeah, he's got the Adam Levine thing going on. Adam Levine with a beard.
Yeah.
But Schnitt, again, thanks so much for coming in. The weather's shitty, and I was almost ready to cancel again, but I canceled yesterday, and I just haven't been feeling too good.
Oh, yeah, man. I hope you feel better.
But thank you, man. Thank you. And
The music sounded perfect with this weather. You know what I
it
mean?
really
Like,
did.
you know?
The only thing we were missing was the bonfire.
I was just
Yeah,
thinking
it
that
was-
too. A little fire, like keep warm, listen to some nice, good music. I'm okay with it.
Me
I drove
too.
through a ton of shit just to come here, and I'm happy to listen to that, man. That was good stuff.
Great stuff, man.
Thanks.
If you can please share this too when you get on Facebook later.
Oh, yeah.
Share
I
this
definitely
around.
will.
And,
And all you people out there in Facebook land, can you please share it too?
yeah, share this video, guys. Please, you'd be doing us a huge favor if you could just click the share button and share Disruption Network and EC Radio and all the good things, and Jay's Facebook page as well.
Yep.
So share. That's how we get it out to the masses, is by you sharing. And we appreciate all the love and support that you've been showing us throughout our journey here at Disruption Network. It's been cool. We've made a lot of cool friends and continue to meet a lot of more cool friends. So
Absolutely.
loving it. I'm loving it. Tomorrow, I got my old buddy Tim Nelson coming on tomorrow. We're going to talk a lot about Syracuse sports. Tim holds the all-time Syracuse leading scorer in lacrosse and assists.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and his son just signed.
Syracuse is big with lacrosse.
Huge.
Big.
And his son just signed on with Syracuse to play there, too.
Oh, that's cool.
Coming out of there, so we're going to talk to him about that. I told him to get together his all-time Syracuse starting five in basketball and some of his favorite football.
I just went with that
players
with
as
my
well.
brother, and our picks were pretty close.
Yeah, we'll do that
Really
tomorrow.
close.
We'll definitely do that tomorrow. I'm looking forward to chopping it up with him. He also works for Utica College, so we'll be talking a lot about
cool.
Utica College and the hockey and all the things they got going on over there. And I feel like their athletic department has definitely been shot up as of recently.
Well, once they lowered the tuition,
right, and that's the other thing,
that
too.
opened up the doors to a lot more athletes, and they could put a focus on their athletics.
They cut the tuition in half pretty
Yeah.
much, which is unheard of. What university
Yeah.
or college does that?
That's a great thing.
And it's worked out well for them. You know what I mean? I guess their tuitions are up, and like you said, like I said, now you're getting people that can afford to go there and contribute athletically.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Yeah, you can have a lot of these walk-ons without even knowing, just show up and try out and see what happens. So We'll talk to Tim tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. It should be a great conversation. And then also on Friday, we're doing a special Friday show. Enter the Haggis is going to be in the studio with us.
Yeah,
They're going to play
cool.
acoustic. It's actually just two guys from Enter the Haggis. They're doing a hoolie, which is pretty much another word for a happy hour at the brewery on Friday. So before they go to the hoolie, they're going to stop here and play a couple tunes for us here on AC Radio. So tune in for that. We never have a show on Friday, but specialty shows like that, when Enter the Haggis comes to town, we'll open the doors to anybody.
I know people that like only come out when Enter the Haggis plays.
Right.
Like when they're down at the brewery or if they're at the Irish Fest. It's the only time you see them come out, and it's for Enter the Haggis.
Right.
I mean, these guys are really, really good.
And Enter the Haggis will be playing at the Irish Fest this year.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a few of the
And at the
Irish
brewery.
Fest. A few of the committee members are going to be in here hanging out with us. So we'll talk to them and have Haggis in here. I'm looking forward to Friday. Friday's going to be a fun show.
And don't forget, tomorrow the D-Line is back on after EC Radio.
You back, huh?
We're back on Thursday, and we're bringing back Caleb's buddy Cody and Greg Williams. Little egg on the face after the Super Bowl.
Egg on the face, huh?
Yeah.
Lot of
Greg
shit
was talking so much shit, like all the way through the fourth quarter. He was talking trash, but he's like, you know what? I got to man up and take my medicine. So
yes, you do.
He's coming on, and we're gonna break his balls, go recap the Super Bowl, and it was a great Super Bowl. So I'm kind of excited to recap it, and Urlacher being indicted, and some of these other guys.
Indicted? Where is he going to jail?
Yeah,
Inducted.
Yeah, I can't fucking talk right now.
He's going to jail.
He's been indicted. Well, who knows? Ray Lewis was there too, so
that's a good class this year.
Yeah, it's a really
Randy
good class.
Moss and T.O. too.
T.O. kind of surprised me.
T.O. surprised me too. Dawkins also getting in there.
Yep.
I would have gave it to the other guy there, John Lynch.
That was a toss-up, man. That was a close one. I couldn't tell which way they were going to go with that.
Are you going to continue to do D-line on Thursdays now that football's over with, or what's the plan with the D-lines? Inquiring minds want to know.
We are staying on. We're going to go through. Obviously, we're not going to probably go week to week, during the off season, but we definitely want to cover up, some of the free agency as well as the draft. Because I got a feeling, man, now that the trade of Alex Smith over to Washington, now it's going to free up Kirk Cousins, and it's going to change the whole draft. You're going to see a big trade going on or something. And I think it's going to mess up that draft up quite a bit.
Well, you guys can discuss all that tomorrow at 6 o'clock on the D-line with Sil, Caleb, my man Chicken over here.
Yep.
The football podcast.
It's
too bad you don't like any other sports, Chicken.
I love basketball. Are you kidding me? I watched that game last night. Thunder versus Golden State. What a great game that was.
Was it?
Yeah.
I missed it. All right, Jay, one more time. Thanks for coming in. Check out Jay Schnitt, jschnitt.com. That's a JSCHNITT.com. Check him out. Support his music. He needs your help out there, people. So buy his records. He's got some great stuff out there. And, again, if you could just share this video, that would be great. And you can find all our previous content on DisruptionNetwork.net. We'll see you tomorrow.
We are a generation of lost masculinity, and we got to start getting it back. No matter if you're straight or gay, no matter if you stick it in the front or you stick it in the rear. For the love of our sons, we've got to stick it in there like a man.